Okay. All right, it's April 2015. This is year 46 of developing my garden. New project this year, something that's bugged me for years, is to build a rock wall here and build a raised planter for hostas. I'm almost done with it. Putting the rocks in place. You can pan over there. I told you to pan over. Faster. On now?
Yeah.
This is my Japanese garden. Seeing it's now 2015, I had this made in 2013. Had this fence made. This wood is Ipe woods from Brazil. Very, very hard wood. But every year I have to oil it with rosewood oil in order to keep it nice and reddish looking. That's enough.
Ding. Oh,
Well,
I'm good.
you got it's recording now? Okay. Well, this is my Japanese garden now. It's just the extended Japanese garden, which I extended fall of 2013. It's now 15, so about a year and a half ago. Japanese garden used to go up until a big katsura tree there. Now it's double the size, so I'm planting some boxwoods right now. Azaleas to keep up the appearance. Nobody knows what my really school is. Stop recording, okay. Swing over to the Azumaya, speak Japanese, a shed that I built starting in the fall of 2013 with a corner, and then finished up in the summer last year, 2014. Finally got done, I think, about the 1st of November. And it got stuck on the walls there. Finally get painted it, but I've done a couple weeks ago. Over here, a rhododendron, GM rhododendron. We're going in containers, so should be no problem with survival. This is year 46 of my gardening, and I have 71 new shrubs this year. As I always say, at the rate I'm going, I should be done with this yard beginning of my middle age of my next life. How's it look, videographer?
It's good from here.
I'll finish this up later. I'll be down the path. Might get a shot of the water pipes coming out of the bamboo. And back up. These are all planted a couple weeks ago. All boxes. They planted a few weeks ago. Planted a rhododendron today. These moss gardens here were built last year. We're going to go over there. These boxes here we just planted a week ago. Eventually they're going to grow solid together. Just be like a huge wave of boxwoods here. Sheared and shaped. This rhododendron just planted today, and one over there just planted. That moss garden went in last year. Okay, we can shut her off now.
I'm not sure if it's working. Oh.
Well, I've just begun another little garden in here, what I call the hedgerow garden. The lot line goes right about over here. So I'm actually building a small little garden on Ken's property next door. About 8 years ago, I built a little moss garden in there, a pit, walkway to it. And a little moss garden over here, a little walkway to it. I'm going to build this up about, I don't know, about this high or so. Probably have 3 mounds. Small one here, big one here, middle size here. Put some new plants in here. And here is the finished product. 3 separate mounds. I have to figure out what to put on here. Lamium at least. Some big rocks. Well, it's still May 4th, 2015, the afternoon now. Working on another new project. Started this last fall. Just used to be shrubs at the top of here. And about a foot of ground underneath here is my 10 by 12 underground shed, which I built way back in 1977. Used to store my lawnmower in there and nursery stock when I was in the nursery business. Keep it cool until got the planting kit. So I took all the ground off last fall. Took all the shrubs out. Put some mounds over here, either side. Made it kind of light because this is about half compost, so it isn't too heavy. Kept the weight off the middle, so lessened the danger of collapsing. So I'm just doing now is making my walkway. And fill in a couple inches of bark mulch. A couple weeks from now, a few more plants to plant, and it'll be done. These are ground covers here, which in mid to late summer will completely cover the whole hillsides here, slopes. We got these stones about a half mile to the east here along Glengarry Road. 2 years ago, I counted about 9,700 stones I brought in over the years. In the last couple of years, I definitely got more than 300, got 130 today alone. So I am sure well over 10,000 stones that I brought in. All brought down by the glacier. I don't use any limestone, which are a whiter rock. These are all granite rocks, which came down from Canada. It's now Canada. With the last glacier. Trying to keep these all the same width. .5 inches apart. And I guess I didn't get enough stones. Running a little short. About 10 more. So what I'm left to do now is backfill the ground. Little plants take over. It's now April 15th, May 15th rather. This is the hedgerow garden. There's our stray cat, pet cat, Shadow, hunting in my new garden. I'm just making, over here today I collected some May apples. And they're going to be planted in this little hill I made. Now I'm just putting all the moss pots around the garden. I have them stored here in the winter time in order to keep the bright sun off of it so it doesn't dry it out. You have 300 containers of moss total. I have a hard time figuring out where to put things.
Okay.
All right, now I'm putting 2 steps up over here. The videographer, person doesn't know anything, says I shouldn't build steps here. And I want steps in here. Nice flat rock that was cracked in half. So it's nice for a step. put get another flat rock, lay it on top of here, maybe one more. Person will walk up into there. This is going to be moss. On the front side of the hills here, the back side, I'll have a ground cover to start off.
I'm recording now. There's little Shadow.
Now came to visit because I'm going to be putting the cactus in. Oh, there's the shadow. Cut it off now. I'm putting in the cactus now. Shouldn't have too much more frost. Shadows in the background. Can you see him?
Yes.
He's getting friendlier and friendlier. The stray. He's trying to help out. That's enough.
Found a home.
Okay.
It's going now.
All right. Which May 22nd, time to plant the begonias in the patio over here. For 40 some years, I had impatiens here. But 2 years ago, we started to get downy mildew disease, and all the leaves fell off in August. So now, going to begonias instead. It's the first year I'm having this color, rose colored begonias.
How do you shut it off?
Tell me exactly when.
It's on now.
Oh, all right. Now in the Williamsburg garden here, more begonias. These are red ones. They're called vodka. They're the same pattern here now for about maybe 25 years. Red here, red on either end, and then white on the other side there. This wall over here I built maybe 3-4 years or so ago. Before that there were molars in there, and before that there were railroad ties. Should be the end. A little bit in the middle over there. The round device there is well is inside there. That's why the whole garden was built to begin with. Cover up the ugly well pipe. First built was in 1978. There was a picket fence around the outside here. Put it up.
Okay.
Okay, now finally finished up the project today. Now it's June 7th. It took me a long time to get this done. Got the last of the moss in this morning. Watered up nice. Rocks yesterday out at Kel Marine. It's a rock. All new moss. Rock that I found with moss on top of it. Now it's done. Okay.
It's going.
This is a plant stand I'm making that I got an idea from in China. They had 4 pedestals are holding up a pergola. And so that's what this is going to be. It'll stand about this high, 2 more boards going on top of it. Just drill holes now for it. Okay, that's enough. Well, after 15 years now, 13 or so. I'm redoing the stream over here. Started last fall. I'm losing 1.5 to 2 gallons a minute when I run the corner waterfall way up over there. Can't find where the problem is. Can't be that pool there because when I run water there, it stops up at the very top and does not leak away. So it's not a leak there, it's not a leak in the one above it. Hoping over here that the splice that I had here was the problem. So put a new piece of liner underneath here, starting there, goes all the way down to the pond. That's gonna take care of it. Try it out tomorrow, and after I got this done over here, the silicone caulk dries. I'm gonna test tomorrow. Okay, today June 24th. I'm now starting to build this planter over here out of granite cobblestones, the same stones as are over here. Building a foundation down probably about 20 inches or so, pouring concrete in there, and putting concrete block that's over there up about this high, and put the stone on the top of it. Should be done 3 days from now. Swing over there. Over there. Shut her off.
I have now put the first course of blocks and another course goes on top of that, and then I start to put the cobblestones.
So I'm now putting up the second tier of block. Put a little mortar between the stones, at least in the bottom part. Doesn't exactly match up too well. Not a serious problem because on top of here is going to go some of these cobblestones, and you would just adjust it with mortar. And take some mortar, drop it between the two. That lined up a lot better. All right, I'm done with the first layer of stones that I put in here. I put mortar on the top of here to make it perfectly level all around, so the next course can go up without difficulty. These stones are a lot of trouble to work with because all three shapes are different from every stone. They're different lengths, different heights, the angle back, so it's a pain to work with this. And the other ones I worked before, I went up 3 or 4 courses at a time, made it very difficult. Now I'm making it level between courses, so I hope it's going to be easier to work with. That's enough.
All right.
Okay, I've got 3 courses done. I'm doing the final course right now. Lay down mortar first. Lay it in just like so. Over there. They're all done. Then I have to put mortar between the stones. Push it on down. About 5-6 hours, it's all hardened up. Okay.
They're
Awesome.
recording now.
All right. Here's finished project of July 1st. Took me to this morning to acid wash all the mortar off over here. These little white things over here are called weep holes. So the water leaks out, doesn't freeze solid in the wintertime and break the stone apart. And the hosses are put in here. So now it's all done. Next project. Okay.
Well, here's the final product. It's July 3rd. Got the plants in, the moss in. This is done 4 years ago. This is a view from the other side.
All right, I'm cutting a railroad tie here. Probably about the 450th one I've done over the last 45 years. The saw is a 4-foot crosscut saw, and saw. The other end is off. Hand will take it off. I got this from Herman Cook. First moved in here in 1970. Each farmer had a land here. Gave it to me. I bought back then what they call a cutoff saw. Big huge 10-inch blade with a diamond tipped blade on it. I can watch faster. It would take me about 8 to 10 minutes per cut. Diagonal like this would take even longer. The glue right now is awful there, replacing some rotted out ties. Probably put them in 1975 or so. 35 years. Starting to go. I'm now 72, another 35 years, I'll be 107 years old. So I have to do this all again at that age. And, almost the end. Exercise. Didn't work. Cutting some paving bricks here in half. in order to fill up the spaces that I have in the patio. This is a diamond tip blade. There's a lot of noise and dust. July 8, 2015, starting a new project here. Making two railings like this made a few miles to the south over here. This is a 2-footer. I'm getting 8-footer up over there. I've already dug the hole, about 18 inches deep. We'll go right into here. Somebody doesn't grip and fall. All right, there we go. All right, I'm finally burying it here with concrete. Holes all dug, 18 inches deep. In concrete, and they're never going to move. Day to day, only in the high 60s. It's middle of July. No.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, so now this is
Hi, John. How are you?
July 11th.
Oh, hi there.
Hi, Minnie.
You're
The
not
garden
home
tour.
tending your plants?
There's Nancy Parker,
What's the 10?
I know.
the unpaid
The
docent.
lilies are all done.
We're
And worth every penny.
Oh, yes.
Without bites on all the
Yeah.
leaves, you know.
And no mosquitoes aren't biting us.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. He said he killed how many yesterday?
Coming up into the water garden. The shade is supposed to be docent. I'm just checking on the work of the docent here.
This is the master of ceremonies here.
Oh, really?
He's the guy who created all this.
Oh, did a wonderful
You want to
job.
meet the celebrity? You want to meet Mr. Dale Seaver? There he is, right here.
He's the one that created this. Come up here. Hey. Hi, nice to
Dale's
meet
the one
you.
that did it. What happens when you know
Yeah.
how professor?
Yeah,
but
he helped with our
Hours a day to take everything and give set. It only takes them 2.5 months. every year. We don't know how long, when you start putting things away, how long does that take?
That's it. Fall of the year, it's about, I'm guessing, about $200 to $300 of clean up and put it in.
And then you have to cut down all the hot stuff, right? I mean, that's a job.
Yeah, the leaves itself for about 60 hours. Roughly.
Just the size of those things.
They're beautiful, but now I'm sad
And the
about
leaves
it.
all go down about 1,000 feet down the road. I have a 1 acre lot down there.
Oh, yeah.
Gotta either burn them or compost them.
Oh,
So,
okay.
and the other cleanup is like.
That's not the one that's for sale, is it?
No.
No. It's beyond that.
But
About
can you
1,000 feet
imagine
down.
wheelbarrow and everything? It's gotta be so hard.
After 45 years, it finally realized that all I have to do is build some ramps. This spring, why don't you build ramps? I'm going to probably start to hire somebody next year because pulling up a wheelbarrow with blower bark balls gets a bit difficult.
Yeah.
So I thought I'd hire somebody finally to help me do that.
Mm-hmm.
Is this what children
So-
and grandchildren are for?
To what?
Grandchildren and children are for?
Not mine. So I did all ramps. Why didn't you think that earlier?
Because it's not as spectacular as these steps.
Yeah, this looks so much better.
They have 100-year-old brick.
but to
Use it.
bring up,
Yeah, that's
it's
tough.
so much easier.
Yeah.
Maybe you can invent the hover wheelbarrow. You don't have to worry about the
Yeah,
wheel.
air driven.
So
Yeah,
Yeah, there you
little
go.
high pressure fan on the bottom.
That's true. That'd work. Yeah.
We appreciate all your hard
That will
work. Beautiful.
So what time we coming up?
Today, July 16th, 2015. Just about to begin our project here alongside a drive in the hedgerow garden. Going to be building a wall at the base of this rise there. Let's do something over there with rocks.
all right, what I'm doing now is digging out a channel here with big rocks down for the base. I'll build it up about the wall about this high, and then it'll get higher and higher as it gets over to there. So, good start. Okay, sure. And I'll bring in some big rocks. On the bottom layer. Maybe 150, 180 pounds, maybe 200. All my joints all go to whack. One more to fit in the corner here. Looks like we're gonna have to dig out behind there to line it up properly. Do that first. All right, now I'm starting to put the second row of stones up. First is up, second going in. You can sweep down to the end there. Get the moss over there.
I think it might be fogging up here.
Okay, shut her off. All right, got this first layer over here, first wall rather, which I decided now is going to be a first of two walls. There's going to be another wall running across over here and ending somewhere in this spot here. I figured it was too high, but it had to have been this high. So I decided to make two walls instead of one. It'll look better besides. So right now I'm backfilling it with ground, and then this spot and this spot a little high, so I can fill this in with stones. Okay. Say record.
Yeah.
It's July 20th now. The wall is up. Now I'm backfilling it. Ground. I have to put up the second wall yet. Over there, but I'll get that after the ground is in. Okay, it's not. All right, I'm done with the second wall here, with the exception of backfilling behind it. Now I'm taking and sinking some mossy rocks into the ground. Oh, there's some kind of plant down here at the base. I don't know what, but I'll work around the mossy rocks. I got these from Rosemary's hedgerow across the street this morning. This will be beautiful. They're dry not right now, so they're dormant. They're kind of dull, but after it rains, they look magnificent. Okay.
And here's the finished product now. Probably going to put a railing there along the steps.
Alright, we're getting ready to move this big rock in this spot over here alongside the pool. See if gravity can help slide her in. Okay. Good enough.
This is a little pool in the Japanese garden here, very beautiful with the reflection. Have to start the water. Now the water's running, but the reflection is gone. Newly placed rocks here yesterday. This is a top drop of 3. It's the middle one. And the bottom one. This is viewed now from the bottom. All the way up to the top. So it's now the next morning. There's some flickering there, but very little. Nice shadow on the rock here. The Plectranthus and the Cyperus. The Cyperus. Here's now the upper drop. A little frog sitting on there. This is now a few minutes later with a little different shadow. So this is now another day later. The upper drop. About 9:30 in the morning. Beautiful sunlit moss. There's the middle drop. Reflection never came back like it was here 2 days ago. Stream. Beautiful rock here, Brachyphysium celebrosum. Moss growing on it. Finally, the last drop. Looking off to the Azumaya, our viewing house. Built last year about this time. There's a pretty view about 8 o'clock in the morning now. Watering back here, so there's a rainbow.
It's now August 29th, 2015, and I'm building a little garden here. These are rocks that used to have 40 feet over there. Uphill part of the Japanese garden. Decided to take the black rocks that were out of there, put them into this spot here. So we're gonna have a group. We're gonna have a grouping of 3 in this area. These rocks come from Marathon County, central Wisconsin. Take a look to see what this looks like. That's not going to work. Too big. I want this to be the high point. Still too high. So, just dig the hole a little deeper. Try it again. Better. Try it from over there. Looks better.
Now here it is with more rocks in. Probably the last one I'm going to put in there. In the center right here, I'm going to put some moss now. See how it looks. These I put in last year. That's my Azumaya, our viewing house. To finish that in November of last year, 2014. There, now I have some Thorium moss in there. I have to go get some more to finish up. The rocks look very black because they're all wet now. Well, I finally finished up the project today. Put the moss in. Two different kinds of moss. Anomnon attenuatus there. Thyridium in the middle. More anomnon, more Thyridium.